And now I'd like to bring on our conclusion of the program, after which we're going to daven mincha. I need 9 guys, because that's the cash from it yet. Mike Kahn, a high school friend of mine who we've stayed very close with, and I gave him the greatest honor to interview Darryl Strawberry.
Breaking ball is high, the throw, not in time, and he's done it. Darryl Strawberry, a member of the 30-30 club.
Speaking of home runs, there's a long drive. That ball is out of here. Home run, Darryl Strawberry. Fly ball deep to left center field. Back is Coleman, and this ball is out of here.
The fans have not had this much excitement in a long time.
Darryl.
He does a little curtain call.
I was scared low.
I did this intentionally so it gives you equal view.
All right.
Totally. I'll just sit forward though, so I'm not blocked by the plants.
You got it.
Does it ever get old looking at the videos? Does it ever get old looking at the videos?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah. Awesome. What a great honor for me as a lifelong friend of Aria Markman to help close the session today, for a great day with all of you, and to have a chance to interview Darryl Strawberry, an amazing person who will share a whole bunch about his story and his life, his accomplishments, and the challenges you've overcome along the way. So thrilled to have you here today, Darryl.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. It's such an honor to be here, you know, and to be a part of such a very special event like this that touches the heart of so many people. When you have been educated about life and understand the Jewish people and understand Israel, and being a Christian and in ministry and reading the Bible and understanding the Holy Land, and understanding the people, and understanding that they are God's chosen people. And people just need to learn to accept that.
Yeah.
You know?
So
you have to open hands for that, yeah.
Totally. So I'm going to dive into that a little bit. So you and I talked last week and preparing for today, and you said on that call that the Jewish people are the chosen people, and what that means to you and the symbology of it. Can you describe that in more detail?
Well, it means everything. It means everything when you understand it. You know, there's an understanding, clear understanding has to take place inside of one's heart to be able to educate themselves and not be a follower of what people say, but be a leader and lead yourself. And I've done my homework, and I've educated myself through my Christian teachings, and realized that the importance of the Jewish people is everything. They are God's people, and the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and you get to know that God and the God of Israel. When you get to know him, you know who you are too. Yeah. Now he has extended you the same favor that they have too. So, you know, I think it's just a tremendous jealousy of people, mainstream media, and people who don't have wisdom and knowledge about that, and they have such a great jealous of the Jewish people because of their success more than anything. And God is willing to give you that same success. All you have to do is love his people. You know, and don't treat them like, don't treat them like they don't deserve to be who they are. And, you know, when you reflect back on October the 7th, it just breaks your heart, to think. And all my friends are in New York, and they're all Jewish. All my friends are Jewish. Hello.
And does that have to do with being in New York, or what part of that?
It has a lot to do with being in New York, of course, And those relationships are 30 and 40 years relationships. Yeah. From the time of coming into New York. My manager, he's 40 years. My baseball manager, who has been in my life and what I do in travel and ministry, in baseball and memorabilia, he's been my manager 40 years. He's like, I told him, he's like the worst Jew that I have in my life. But one thing I do love about all my friends that are in New York and that are Jewish is they're true friends, and they're faithful. And I've been blessed to truly have them in my life. I love them, they love me, they love my family, and it's important for me to sit here and share that with you guys that are here today, to hear that there are people like me who care, people who are of faith. We care deeply about you guys. And yeah.
I just want to say that we will get to sports maybe towards the end of this interview, that Darryl had the sweetest swing in all of baseball, the easiest swing in baseball. He's making this the easiest interview of all time. I don't even have to do anything. So let me just dive into the faith part a little bit. So you talked about the chosen people in the Jewish faith, and you're an evangelical and a born-again Christian. What does that mean to you, and how did you and when did you arrive there? What was your journey?
It was a hard journey. It was a journey of going through struggles and adversity, and but you can sit on the sideline in life and look at life, and you can say, well, am I a victim, or do I need to get up and keep fighting? I'm not a victim, I'm an overcomer. See, I think if you play the victim mentality, then you're gonna always point your finger at everybody else and you can never see yourself. So I was raised by my beautiful mother, who was a strong Christian woman, who raised me right. And while I was living a heathen lifestyle, playing Major League Baseball and living behind community gates and having all kinds of success, she was dying from breast cancer, and she was praying for me behind the scenes. So obviously I'm sitting here today. Oh, it's so cool, and I'm living the legacy that my mother prayed for. That I would overcome and not
your challenges.
Overcome the challenges and the adversities of life, and would not give up and would not quit. And this is what my message is to you guys today. Don't give up, don't quit, no matter what people have said about you. God will open that door for you and your family and see you through it. I'm a living witness because he has seen me through it. He took me from a pit and put me in a pulpit. So I know the God of Israel is good. So I know he has a plan. I know his plan is so much greater than we can ever imagine from the human concept. It's because we try to figure it out in the natural. And what we don't realize that the God of Israel, he's not natural, he's supernatural. And he do supernatural things, for you and your family, and he has done it for me. And I just want to encourage you guys, as you go through the season that you're going through, and you're dealing with, the adversity and the trials and the tribulations of your people. People like myself and my wife and the Christian evangelical Christians, we are praying for you guys. Always.
Thank you. So you have gone so far in your faith and spirituality and expressing it. And you now live in the St. Louis area with your wife, Tracy. And you guys have the Darryl Strawberry Foundation for Children with Autism. Can you describe that, when you started it, and what that looks like today?
Yeah, that was really so cool, because that was really actually the first ministry we started, and we went into a center where my wife's sister works with children that are affected with autism, autistic children. And we went into the center, and we have 9 children together, me and her, so we have healthy children. And so we went into the center and we saw these kids that were affected with autism, and we were kind of completely blown away. And we came out of there, and we started a 501c3 nonprofit organization called the Darryl Strawberry Foundation to raise money for children with autism, because we started realizing that these families needed help, and no one signs up for things to occur in their life, but they do. And then who are we are the people. And so we did that, me and my wife. We started it, we didn't get a staff. We just used my celebrity status and went back into New York, and I started having celebrity golf tournaments, and I raised every penny, and I gave it to, the Center for Autism for Kids and their family. And, that was the first gifting of the ministry that God had given me and Tracy. And what is it? What is the gifting? It's give back, give to others, help others, We only look, a lot of times we look at our circumstances. God will take care of your circumstances if you get out there and you do something for somebody else that's in need. I've learned that over the years of giving and giving back to help, and it was such a blessing.
It always comes back full circle.
It always comes back. It will never return void. It will always come back, and it has in my life and my wife's life and our ministry and everything that we believe in and giving and helping others, in those dire need times, where it's very difficult and you don't have hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've had, just in your career and reading all about you and also growing up with you as one of my favorite athletes, you've had all kinds of ups and downs along the way, some huge challenges along the way. From your journey of successes and falling and getting back up again, what have you learned, and have you taken away any principles to share with everyone here from your journey to build a sustainable, successful, happy, given life?
Yeah, that's really good, because you see, when you're young, you're like really stupid. You can do all of, you do a lot of crazy things, and you think, well, that's just the way life is going to be. And the consequences of life is real, and you have to learn how to pick yourself up from that. I think the most important thing that I've learned in this life is never give up. Never quit. A lot of times we have a tendency to want to quit and give up, and I didn't. I had all kind of challenges, from addiction, from cancer. I've had cancer twice and lost my left kidney in my second surgery. I'm sitting here 6 months out now from a massive heart attack. So I've dealt with it all. But I do know one thing. I know how to get up and not quit. I can tell you that. So that's what I truly like to encourage the Jewish people about. Don't quit, don't give up. The challenges are great. We're gonna all have some challenges. We're gonna all face something. But if you don't give up, be the light. Don't be the darkness. Don't sit on the sideline. Get up and keep going, and keep moving until the last tick of who we are is over. Because we can't stay here at the end of the day, and I realize that. So I want to make sure that I've done everything that I needed to do to make it about somebody else and not look at poor me, because if we play that kind of role in our life, you never know. You never know. See, I know I'm a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I do know that now, and that's from my Christian faith and studying, and I know who I am. I know where I'm going. There was a time I didn't know that, but I could tell you that I do know that now, and I know that it is good, because they were no different than we are as people. They had the same challenges just like we all did. Just like Moses and everybody had the same challenges just like we all did. But you know what? They kept pursuing and kept going forward, and they didn't quit and they didn't give up. And you learn so much when you come from where I come from, of living here in Southern California, and seeing how Southern California is so different now, and my home state and everything. You learn so much from coming here, and you learn so much as you go out and you grow and you face the challenges of life, and you don't give up and you don't quit. Now you've been honored, you've been crowned from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet to go out and make a difference in somebody else's life.
For other people. So when Alan was talking, he talked about teamwork and everyone being together and being as one. And you played on championship teams, right? 3 times you were lucky enough to be able to go do that. What resonated with you with Alan's comments, and what did you learn from those teams about everyone coming together now as a singular group and a team and having each other's back?
That struck me deep down in my spirit, because I was thinking when he was saying that, and he's right about that, because it's just like a baseball team. For us to be successful and win championships, we have to be a team. We have to be together. We have to ride together. We have to believe in each other together. And the same thing in life. Just what Alan was talking about, for you and your culture of people, you have to stay together. You can't pull apart. You pull apart, the team won't have success. If our team pulled apart, those great teams I played on all the years I played Major League Baseball, if we pulled apart, we would have never been successful. And life is kind of the same way as a baseball game, in life. Guess what's going to happen? Somebody going to win, somebody going to lose. But if you're a good team, you're going to win most of the time because you're together. And that's the same thing. That's the same thing happening here. And what you guys have been through. God's favor is always with you. No matter what you've been through, His favor is going to always be with you. You are His people, and He loves you dearly. I'm here to tell you that. You know, I want you to know that he loves you dearly. And he's never going to leave you or forsake you. He will always be there for you, even in the storms of when things do happen. He still will be there for you, and he wants you to stay together. He don't want you to fall apart. He don't want you to come against each other. And that's how you win. That's how you end up winning. That's how you defeat the enemy. You know, because that's the goal right there, is to be able to defeat the enemy.
So the summit message was all built on these three thoughts of illuminate, inspire, and unite. And when I say those words in this whole gathering that you obviously were great enough to come to, what comes to mind to you?
You know, as people, we only have a certain window of time to be able to unite and lock arms together and walk together. And we should not blame, you know, leadership. Leadership has a hard enough challenges to deal with. Your leadership in your government over there, they have a lot to deal with. You know, no one signed up for October 7th. You know, because when that happened, it was heartbreaking to me. I called every one of my friends in New York just to see how they were doing. You know, and I'm not even Jewish, you know. Well, I think I am sometime, you know. But you know, to be able to unite together, man, and rally together, and you're stronger together than being apart.
Yeah.
You know, and pulling together for every part of the circumstances of what has happened and what is taking place and the hatred that people have towards you. Let them have it, because you are God's favorite. I need to remind you about that. You are his favorite, and if I was you guys, I'd be like, whatever.
Great message. Great message. So we, you know, talking about the Jewish people, we're talking about the chosen people, we're talking about Israel. You're obviously traveling a good part of this country now, and you're actually going to churches, right? You're going to different
Yes.
places, right, and preaching.
I'm an evangelical preacher. You know, God called me and changed me and lifted me up and gave me his gift, and I'm utilizing it to win the multitude of people and share God's love about all of us. You know, because that's important. I would have never thought that, you know, from everything that I had to go through, that I would be the person I am to bring light. Because I do know one thing about the mess of us is part of the journey. I mean, you know, nobody gets away from not falling short, and it's part of it. It's those that get up, that get into action and do something. So you see a lot of people talk and say things and wondering why we're living in the time and what's wrong with the generation of young people. Lack of education. They have not been educated. They've been educated the wrong way. They've been educated through TikTok, her talk, and this talk, you know, and all these other things. So they get the wrong information. If you get the wrong information, you're going to end up with the wrong things in your hands. So it's about getting the right information, and I think that's what I love about who I am today, not my baseball career, but to go back and give the right information to people so they can experience what I experience. I experience joy, peace, love every day, because I've been crowned from, you know, like I said, the top of the head to the bottom of my feet with that, and I want to give that back to other people.
It's awesome. I think in a time period, Darryl, when in our own country we've got so much division and so many different points of view, having you out there is a really good thing. And I really mean that. I really mean that. So can we switch in the last minute and 15 seconds to sports? Can we do that?
Go ahead.
Is everyone good going the sports route? All right. So let me do a quick round of stats real quick, just so you know.
You better be quick, you got a minute.
I know. Darryl's a baby boomer, just like me, born in '62. Though a little younger, taller, and much better looking. He had a 16-year major league career, Mets, Dodgers, Giants, Boo, and Yankees. In his career, .259 batting average, 335 home runs, and an even 1,000 RBIs. 3 World Series rings, 1 with the '86 Mets and the famous Buckner era, and 2 with the Yankees.
3 with the Yankees.
3 with the...
3.
3? Oh my God, I stand corrected. His nickname was Straw or the Straw Man, right? Correct?
Man.
So whenever I see you, I'm going to call you that from now on.
All right.
Just so you know. And so my lightning round questions are, how did you develop the sweetest swing in baseball? Where did that come from?
I just kept working at it, you know, because a lot of scouts and people say, and you have to believe in yourself, because they were saying, well, he'll never be able to hit like that. They were wrong. You know, see, it's about believing in yourself.
Yeah.
And being able to stay with what makes you feel comfortable, and that's what it was.
Beautiful, graceful swing. Amazing. What was your favorite memory as a Met?
Winning.
I know what the answer is going to be. I know what the answer is going to be in the next question. What was your favorite memory as a Yankee?
Winning. It's not about stats, you know, it's never been about stats for me, you know, it's always been about team. And, you know, when the team is successful, everybody is.
Right. Okay. Do you watch baseball today?
Every now and then, not much. Only the New York teams. And LA, because they got Ohtani.
And who is your favorite player to watch right now? Is it Ohtani?
Pretty much. He's doing something pretty incredible. You know.
50-50.
Yeah, he's
Pretty
almost,
amazing.
It's almost 50-50. Maybe he can get his $16 million back, too.
Yeah. All right, and if you didn't play baseball, what sport would you have played?
I probably would have played basketball. I probably would have went to college. I had a scholarship to go to Oklahoma State to play basketball and baseball. So I probably would have played a little bit of basketball.
Thank you, Darryl Strawberry.
Mike, thank you.
Thank you.
World of day.
That came out.
Great.
Thank you.
Good job, Mike.